I think that we should introduce, without further ado, your newest ambassador. You have a big announcement to make. Would you like to introduce your youngest, newest ambassador?
I would. I'm so thrilled and honored. Our new ambassador at large, I'm going to call him, is Chase Stokes, and he's an incredibly gifted actor, and he comes to this off authentically, like my family started with it, and I'm very, very honored to announce that he now is part of our whole community at Bring Change to Mind. He's going to be our ambassador at large.
Chase. And here he is. Chase, good to see you this morning. How you doing, pal?
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm doing all right.
Chase, welcome. You've got a lot of fans out there. Outer Banks is a huge show in our house. Very, very big, very popular. Can you tell us how it came to be that you joined forces with Glenn and how you got involved?
Sure. Yeah. After the show came out, personally, I'd like to say I've had my own struggles with anxiety through work, through personal life and whatnot. And I knew that that was a platform that I always wanted to try to touch on. And with the reach of the show, I spoke directly to my publicist and I said, hey, look, this is something I'm really passionate about. I want to find an organization that I want to align myself with and start to spread the norm of making mental health a more common topic. And we happened to cross paths with Glenn and her fantastic organization. And I went online and I kind of looked at their website and it felt like just the perfect match. So we reached out and they've kind of opened me with open arms. So.
But Chase, here you are, you're having this incredible moment professionally. Glenn spoke about stigma earlier and you really leaned into this. Did you look at any risk in it?
I think I was raised in an environment to where if you try to weigh the options of good and bad and right versus wrong based on ego, then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And with this being something that I've personally dealt with, I've had friends deal with it as well as family members, it felt like I was not just doing a disservice to myself, but I was doing a disservice to the community of people who are dealing with mental health to not use my platform for this.
Immediately.
Exactly. And we're living in a time where it's such a necessity to talk about it. And it's not focused on enough in the youth community. So with my platform being predominantly in that range, it felt like the perfect recipe to partner with Glenn and Bring Change to Mind and start opening a dialogue about it.
I think it's great. There's so many young people feel alienated and isolated under ordinary circumstances, right? And so if you are feeling that you are going through something, whether it's a learning disability, a mental health issue, you can often feel even further in that hole. And I think when somebody young and prominent and very popular, such as you are, comes out and says, it's okay to feel this way, I have these issues as well, I think it just really, I don't think you could possibly understand the impact. It's like when Glenn's family became so prominent and spoke so openly about mental illness. It really opens up a world for everybody else to say, oh, this is in my family, or I have this. I just think
diffuses that stigma.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does.
But I think it makes people realize that they're not alone and they're not their illness.
Absolutely.
We have to have connection and we have to have community in order to survive.
So before we let you both go, just curiously from each of you, what is a thought you can leave us all with in this moment? The world is in this crazy time and a lot of people are struggling. What should we be thinking about?
And you want to go ahead?
Well, if you're somebody that is dealing with mental health, whether you have talked about it or not, whether you have fears and you haven't been able to get help, go on to bringchangetomind.org, join us. Reach out. You are not alone. And I think that's my most profound thought, is that you are not alone and that we will help you connect.
Absolutely. I think the one thing that I do want to note is going on the stigma topic. If you break your arm, you go to a doctor. If you feel as if you are dealing with anxiety or depression or any other mental illness that comes to mind, whether it's BPD, bipolar disorder, we have to treat it with the same actions as we do with the physical element of our health. And that needs to start today. the stigma needs to break, and we need to make sure that we're preaching this not just to the youth, but to everybody. And like Glenn said, Bring Change to Mind has created such a great platform. It's so easily accessible. And I'm so happy to use not just my platform, but what Glenn has beautifully created and continue to spread the message and bring awareness to making this a more common topic.
Yeah.
What a kind soul you are, Chase. I could just tell by even talking to you on this Zoom lens right now, and I've never met you before. And Glenn, thank you for this great conversation. We appreciate you both coming on.
Thank you so much.
It's our privilege. Thank you so much.
And to find out more about Bring Change to Mind, you can go to kellyandryan.com. And Chase, that hair is sick good, bro.
Oh, come on, Ryan, you're killing me.
That is amazing hair. I have so much envy right now.